Now, guys, another topic which comes into picture is TCP dump. We have discussed little bit, and maybe some people were not getting it. Now I will discuss little more details on TCP dump, what exactly it does. Guys, I hope everyone has heard about Wireshark. Wireshark is the utility to capture packet internally or externally. What is coming in, what is coming out. So I want to check the packet, send packet and receive packet both. In and out traffic. Let's say I have a client. I have an F5 load balancer. I have servers, server 1, server 2, server 3. I want to check whether client is sending packet to F5 and F5 is forwarding to the server. Sometimes, guys, maybe some people will face issues like my URL is not working. One scenario which I will say is my URL is not working. In that case, how you will troubleshoot, guys? You have checked that your virtual server is up, your pool members are up, okay, and you have also checked that you are receiving packet on your connection table. You can check that connection tables are also getting increased, but still user is reporting some issues. Either it can be SSL related issues or it can be sometimes slowness related issues. In that case, what thing will help you? So Wireshark will help you in that case, guys. So Wireshark is the utility to capture packet. But what is TCP dump, guys? So TCP dump is a utility which can save the file in PCAP format. And you can open it through Wireshark. Wireshark is a tool and TCP dump is a Linux utility. So it is used in your F5. So whatever operating system is Linux, you can use this TCP command so that it can help you to troubleshoot. It can check, it will help first thing to troubleshoot what is the issue you are getting. And second thing it can capture is whether are you getting traffic on proper VLAN, interfaces, it can capture everything. I can capture also on particular source IP, destination IP also. Let's say I want to capture traffic between a VIP and a pool member one. I can do that also. So TCP dump is a utility and you want to save this file on PCAP so that you can review from Wireshark tool. So that is what TCP dump help you to get it. Now, there are different commands. You don't need to remember much commands, but I will give you the most used command. So let's say, guys, I want to capture traffic only on my management interface. So this is the command. TCP dump minus interface. I represent is interface. And management interface is ETH0. I only want to review traffic on my management interface. In that case, this is the command. Now, guys, another command is, let's say I want to capture traffic on particular data interface. This was management interface. But in my F5, when I go to GUI, when I go to network interface, I have 1.1 and 1.2. So in that case, what is the command? So in that case, the command is TCP dump. Let's say I want to capture traffic on my external interface. So the command to run is TCP dump minus I 1.1. Particular interface I want to capture. So that is how to capture command through TCP dump on particular interface. Very important, guys. You need to understand the syntax. Now another command is I want to capture traffic on my VLAN. So what is the command to capture traffic on particular VLAN? So I will mention TCPDump, then -i, then the VLAN name. What is my VLAN name? You can go from here. This one, external. This is TCPDump -i, then ext. Now guys, I don't want to capture traffic whether on external or internal. I want to view all traffic on all interfaces. To view all traffic, instead of I don't want to capture traffic on single interface or single VLAN. I want to capture traffic in and out of F5. In that case, what is the command? So you need to run TCPDump -i 0.0, any interface. Okay, guys. This is how you can capture traffic in and out of any interface. I don't want to mention particular interface. So you can capture in and out traffic for all interface. Now guys, by default, TCPDump attempts to look IP address and name both. So when you run this TCPDump, it will look up of your IP address and it will use names also. So TCPDump big IP in case will use for DNS lookup also. So I want to disable name resolution. So my another scenario is I want to disable name resolution. So I want to disable name resolution in my TCPDump. So in this command, you generally need to run this. So TCPDump -ni, then 0.0. N flag is generally, these are the flags. I is one flag, N is one flag. So N is generally to disable name resolution. Very important, guys. So in production also, you will see this command, you will mention -n everywhere. Now, guys, I want to save this TCP output to any file because by default Wireshark will only save the file on pkep format. So I want to write this. If I run this command tcpdump -i 0.0, what will happen? Let's see. Let's run this command on F5. Now I will increase the size. Now, if I run this command tcpdump -i 0.0, observe this. You are getting output clumsy. It's not good. You will not able to find what is happening if you're not good on Linux. So this is what you will get it. But I want to save this file on my Wireshark so that I can open through Wireshark tool. So Wireshark will only open this file if you save the file using pkep format, .pkep. So in that case, how you can do? You need to run this command tcpdump -i 0.0 -w. Then you need to save this file somewhere. Let's say Sianets 9th April.pkep. Then it will save your file on Wireshark. You can open this file on Wireshark. If you want to stop this, you need to press Ctrl+C. If you want to stop the capture, generally guys, you don't need to keep running the capture. It can impact your CPU utilization. If you want to stop the capture, you need to press Ctrl+C. So that you will able to understand whether if you're running a correct command, you will get this output, guys. Sometimes you will see 0 packets received, 0 packets dropped. It means your capture you're not running correctly. So guys, let's say I want to capture one of the client is Manu. Manu is accessing one URL, sianets.com. but he is not able to access this. So I want to capture traffic for this Manu IP only. So how I can run? So you can run TCPDump. Then you can mention source host. Then IP of Manu. Manu IP is 192.168.1.7. So this is how to capture traffic from a specific source IP. This will come handy, guys, right? Because many users will say that my URL is accessible, but many users will say that my URL is not accessible. So you want to capture traffic only on specific IP. Then you can run this command. Let's say I want to capture traffic on my virtual server. So in that case, you can run this command TCPDump -i 0.0 host, then virtual server IP 192.168.1.60. Then you will save this file on -w where temp and file name. File name is, let's say, 10th April.pcap. Anything you can use. That is how you can do. If you want to capture on destination host, then you can use TCPDump. You can also mention DST host, then virtual server IP. You can use this way also. Now I want to capture traffic for particular port number. So in that case, you can use this TCPDump port 80. I want to capture traffic for port 80, but it's generally not used, guys. I never seen this has been used. Now, guys, there is very important command which I want to tell you. I want to capture traffic. My client is this. I have an F5 and I have a server. Server 1, server 2, server 3. I want to capture traffic. My virtual server is 192.168.1.60. My server IP is 10.2.30, 10.2.2.31, 10.2.2.32. I want to capture traffic going from this IP to this IP, this IP to this IP, and this IP to this IP, and in and out from client to F5. I want to capture traffic, and I want to capture traffic from F5 to the server, each server, guys. Very important, guys. Please note down this command. So what I will do, I want to capture in and out what client is sending to F5 and what server is sending to F5. I want to capture in and out everything, entire capture. So that is the command TCPDump -ni 0.0 host 192.168.1.60 or 10.2.2.30 or this is the syntax, guys, 10.2.2.31 or 10.2.2.32. This is what you need to do it, guys. Or means any traffic coming from this IP to this IP, any traffic from this IP to this IP, because we have 3 servers, guys. So I want to capture traffic. Or means anything. But let's say, guys, if I use AND operator, what is the meaning between difference between AND operator and an OR operator? OR operator means it will capture traffic from this VIP to this server, this VIP to this server, this VIP to this server. But I only want to capture, my requirement is I have F5, I have 3 servers, 10.2.2.30, 10.2.2.31, 10.2.2.32. I only want to capture traffic between virtual server IP this one and this one. Then what I can do? I don't want to capture traffic traversing from this IP to this IPs. I only want to check whether this server is sending proper response to this. So my requirement is I want to capture traffic going from IP 192.168.1.62 10.2.2.30. In that case, you will use AND operator. TCPDump minus NI 0.0 host 192.168.1.60 and host 10.2.2.30. Only it will capture traffic between these two hosts. So let's run this. And how to open this file? You can open this file from WinSCP. So TCPDump minus NI 0.0 host 192.168.1.60 and host 10.2.2.30. I will write this file on where temp green.pcap. Okay. Now let me see what is my virtual server IP. 160 is there. Let me check if I am able to access. Okay, I am accessing it. Now what I will do is, anyways, I will stop this blue server just. So I will open this and I will access. I will press enter. Now I will access my virtual server again. 1.60 green. Now I have one blue server green. So in that case, now I will stop the captures. So right now I did not got any IP. Can you see 0 packets received? Why? Why it has happened? So that is what I wanted to show you. Sometimes you will face this issue. It's not so generally. So if I mention this or host, let's see what happens. Now I will stop. Can you see this? Because I was getting captures on other IP's addresses also. That's why in that packet it was not showing. Now how to open this? WinSCP. And will only capture between these two IP. But my load balancing algo I have, right? In that case, I need to take care. 10, 192, 168, 137 dot 231. Now I want to open this file. So where I need to go? I need to go into my root directory, then temp. So where I need to go, guys? Where temp. Then I need to open this file. Where is my green.pcap? This one I will move it into my desktop. So that is how you can capture on. Now I will open my desktop. Just sharing my screen. So now I want to review the captures. I will share my screen and I will open this green.pcap. So in that case, can you see this, guys? I will see only captures related to this, but it has captured in and out both. So I can see there is TCP handshake between a F5 and a pool member also. But I want to see virtual server traffic. So I will mention this IP.address, enter. Now follow TCP stream. So this is how it is. My IP is 1.8. My destination IP is my virtual server. So you can check three-way handshake is getting. Now it's up to you. What would be the packet captures you need to do? Okay, guys. Now let's come back. Now another command which generally, guys, sometimes you want to specify the amount of each packet to capture. Generally, we don't use it. Sometimes there is a requirement that I want to capture entire packet, or I only want to capture 200 MB packet. So there is a command which is used -s. Generally, when I use TCPDump, you will specify -s0. 0 means I need to capture whole packet, entire packet. In that case, you will use 0 command, -s0. But you want to capture only 200 MB length data. So you need to mention TCPDump -s200. But in production, you will see only you will mention this -s0. So this will be the full command. TCPDump -s0 -ni 0.0 host, then virtual server IP. Remind, you can write this command, or host 10.2.2.30 or host 10.2.2.31 or another blue server 10.2.2.32. And I want to save this file on -w where temp rgb.pcap. So this is the command, full command which you need to run. Very important, guys. This will capture full packet in and out both. Okay, guys. Ni is generally used so that it does not capture your host name. Now, guys, one more thing you can do it. You can capture on internal VLAN, external VLAN. We have already mentioned this. You can capture on port. Also, you can capture, let's say my VIP, my virtual server is 192.168.1.60, and it is running on 443.80, 1.2.3.4, 25, but I want to capture traffic on this VIP and this port. So what is the command I need to mention? So I want to capture all packet from specific host with specific port number. So I will run this TCP dump host 192.168.1.60 and port number 443. See, TCP dump syntax, you can check, you will get many things in internet also. But the most used commands I have shown you. So that is how you can capture on particular IP also. In and out traffic, you can also see other things also, you will get it. This is how you can capture on IP plus port both. And sometimes people will have questions like after how much time I can stop this capture. It depends on you. Once customer reproduce the issue, you can stop it at that time. So that is how you can use it. Now, these are the few commands and I am showing you. Now you can see in GUI also you can access. So for in GUI, how you can do, you to go to system, support and TCP dump. Can you see here also you can mention VLAN packet, whether it's an unlimited packet you need to run, or whether it's a particular size packet you need to run. You can use it this way also. So this is how you can check everything. You can also add option. Let's say I want to add option NI and packet 20 add. So can you see it will automatically make one command. I is the interface, VLAN, how many packet, count, NI. So whatever option you want to select, you can select it here also. Let's say I mention here host 192.168.1.60. I will delete first one. See, it will make the command automatically. Add, delete. Can you see this? Minus I, VLAN external. But here guys, if you want to capture particular interface, you can do it here also. But here you need to mention, that's why it's easy to collect captures using CLI rather than GUI. So that is how you can capture totally in and out traffic using TCPDump. TCPDump is a utility